So today we're discussing foxhounds and a series of shocking incidents from the past week that yet again expose the harsh realities of so-called trail hunting, a practice that repeatedly puts foxhounds at risk, even as hunts claim to love these animals dearly. Let's start then with what happened on February the 8th. North London hunt sabs captured footage of the furlough huntsman in a moment that's shocking but sadly commonplace on many hunts, as a huntsman is seen trampling a foxhound without even stopping to check if the poor dog is injured. This isn't just a clumsy mistake, it's a blatant disregard for an animal's welfare. And just weeks before, another furlough hound was kicked in the head by a horse. And yet, there's been no update on that animal's condition. It makes you wonder, if these hunts really cared, why are they clearly not taking any responsibility for their animals when something goes wrong? Then just 3 days later, on February the 11th, things took another ugly turn. Drone footage from the Mendip hunt saboteurs shows hounds from the Mendip farmers hunt barreling into an active quarry. Hounds weaving dangerously around heavy machinery, with one narrowly escaping being hit by a vehicle. The huntsman was visibly struggling to regain control. Clearly, these animals were chasing a live fox in an area that's nothing short of a death trap. It's just mental to see that instead of putting safety first, these hunts choose to risk the lives of their foxhounds for the sake of their sick pastime. If this particular hunt is genuinely following pre-laid scent trails and not hunting wildlife, how on earth did they end up rampaging through an active quarry? I mean, honestly, do they think the public are stupid? And the very next day, on February the 12th, there was even more distressing news. So this time, York hunt sabs filmed the Middleton hunt hounds chasing a fox across several fields before dashing into a yard with moving vehicles. In this instance, it seems the hounds escaped injury purely by chance, again totally dismantling the frankly ludicrous claims of trail hunting. How many more incidents like this need to take place before the law is strengthened? And if you think all of that wasn't enough, well, on the other side of the country, there are reports that a farmer actually shot at the Cheshire Forest hunt hounds on the very same day. A Cheshire police spokesman said at 3:06 p.m. on Wednesday, February 12th, police were called to a field off Barnhouse Lane, Barrow, following reports 2 dogs had been shot at. It is reported 1 dog had died and 1 was being taken to a vet to be treated. It's appalling that these animals are caught in the crossfire of such a brutal and outdated pastime. I'm frankly sick of seeing incidents like this. Of course, the hunt in question was quick to state that the incident was incredibly distressing, yet will no doubt continue to put these foxhounds in situations of great risk for the sake of so-called trail hunting. The truth is, awful incidents like this one just wouldn't be happening if hunts weren't rampaging across the countryside and treating land like their private playground. Then, on February the 13th, North Dorset hunt sabs recorded yet another incident of shocking neglect, as a hound from the Catterstock hunt got trapped in cow slurry, a substance that isn't just messy, but of course is a breeding ground for harmful bacteria, viruses, and parasites. Although the hound was eventually rescued, the risk of life-threatening conditions like aspiration pneumonia was all too real. Just watch this. And this isn't just about one animal suffering. The exposure to cow slurry could easily spread dangerous diseases like bovine tuberculosis among local livestock too. When you look at these incidents then over just a few days, a clear pattern emerges. Hunts are not only endangering foxhounds, they're doing so repeatedly and without a shred of accountability. If these hunts truly cared about foxhounds, they would have long ago abandoned a practice that treats these animals like disposable tools for their pathetic game. And to be honest, with around 170 registered hunts in the UK meeting several times a week, the true extent of this cruelty is likely far worse than what's been reported. Let's be crystal clear, this isn't just about a few unfortunate incidents, it's about an entire system that refuses to evolve. Instead of reining in these dangerous practices, hunts cling to a legacy of cruelty, putting tradition and the sham that is trail hunting ahead of the well-being of these animals. It's completely unacceptable. Trail hunting is nothing more than a cover for the hunting of wild mammals and a sham that masks centuries of cruelty. It's high time we demand an end to this barbaric practice. So, if you care about all animals and believe it's time for real change, join me in demanding a proper ban on hunting. A ban that will outlaw the farce that is trail hunting, remove the exemptions and loopholes from the 2004 Hunting Act, and see a world where this cruel pastime is finally consigned to the dustbin of history where it belongs.